Okay, folks, we are now going to do a star stitch. This star stitch actually works with even numbers. I do have another star stitch that's lacier. We'll do that next week. But this week's star stitch is just a one row repeat once you get it done. And so I've already started a base chain with 16. And so to start it, you will chain 2, go into your second loop, pull up a chain, skip this first vertical bar, go through this next one, and the next, and the next. So you've got 5 loops on your chain. Then you're going to yarn over and pull through 4. Now you're going to yarn over, and I'm going to show you where you're actually going to go. You'll yarn over and you'll go through this loop right here that the first loop you went through. Okay? So we're going to yarn over, go through that loop, pull up a loop. Then we are going to go through this loop down here, which is just underneath it, pull up a loop, and then we are going to do a Tunisian simple stitch through the next 2 vertical bars. You'll yarn over, pull through 4. Once again, you're going to yarn over, go through that loop there, go through the bottom loop there, and Tunisian simple through the next 2. Yarn over, pull through 4. Then you're going to yarn over, go back into that loop there you just made, into this bottom one here, then Tunisian simple stitch the next 2, yarn over, pull through 4. And then again, you'll repeat that to the end. Well, sort of to the end. We'll get to that. Tunisian through the next 2, yarn over, pull through 4. Then we're going to yarn over, go back into this stitch here. Sometimes I get it a little tight when I yarn over. Pull up a loop, then go into the bottom one, pull up a loop, and through the next 2. Yarn over, pull through 4. Again, yarn over, go through this stitch here, go through this one, go through the next Tunisian simple stitch. Now here, normally we go through the 2 bottom ones here. We're just going to go through that first loop. Pull up a loop, yarn over, go through 4. Now you're going to yarn over, go back into this loop here, into this one here, and then that loop that we skipped, you're going to go into it. Pull it up. Yarn over, you're going to end with 3. You're going to yarn over, pull through 3. And that is it for that star stitch. So now you will chain 1, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2, all the way to the end. Sorry about getting out of camera range there. So once again, we're going to chain 2, insert our hook into the second loop, pull up a loop, go through the next 3, 1, 2, 3, yarn over, pull through 4. Again, yarn over, go through this next stitch here, go into the loop underneath it, pull up a loop, then through the next 2. Yarn over, pull through 4. Yarn over, go through that next one, pull up a loop, don't forget the bottom one, then through Tunisian simple stitch through the next 2 stitches, yarn over, go through 4. Yarn over, go through that last stitch you just made, go through the bottom one as well, then Tunisian simple stitch through the next 2, then yarn over, pull through 4. Yarn over, go through that stitch you just made, through the bottom one, through the next 2 Tunisian simple stitches, go through 4. Yarn over, go through that last stitch there, pull up a stitch, go through this one, go through the next 2 stitches, whoops, for Tunisian simple stitch, yarn over, go through 4. Then you will yarn over, go through this next stitch here, through this bottom stitch here, through this one, Tunisian simple stitch, and through the front one, Tunisian simple stitch, yarn over, pull through 4. Then you'll yarn over, go through the next, pull up a loop, through that bottom one, and here it's real easy because you'll see that back loop right there, and just go through it, pull up a loop, pull through 3. That is your last 3. Then chain 1, then yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, all the way across. To the end there, and you'll just repeat that. All right, let's do one more row. Chain 2, go through the second loop, pull up a loop, skip the first bar, go through the next 3 as a Tunisian simple stitch, yarn over, pull through 4. Yarn over, go through that last stitch you just put on, through the one in the bottom, Tunisian simple stitch in the next 2 stitches, yarn over, pull through 4. Yarn over, go through this stitch here, then the bottom stitch, it's the best way I can describe it, then Tunisian simple stitch next 2, yarn over, pull through 4, and you're going to just repeat that. Yarn over, go through that last stitch you just made, through the one on the bottom, and then Tunisian simple stitch through the next 2, yarn over, pull through 4. Got my yarn attacking me. Yarn over, go through that next stitch there, through the bottom one, the 2 simple stitches, yarn over, pull through 4, yarn over, go through that one you just made, the one below, and then simple stitch through the next two. Remember, we're not going through both those bars, we're just going through the front one. Yarn over, pull through 4. You've got one more stitch to make, so yarn over, go through that last one there, and the bottom one, and then the next one, which is the one we left behind. Then yarn over and pull through 3. You always end with that last 3. Then it's chain 1, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, all the way to the end. And there you have it. Now, you started with 16 stitches. You're going to have half the number in stars. And the way those stars are these groupings that you have here. So you have one group here, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you have 8 stars essentially. There is the back, nice and straight. Let's see if we can get to the bind off. I think you would bind off in the stitch pattern. So we'll figure that out. Chain 2. Actually, you wouldn't even have to bind off that way, because you've pulled through 16 stitches. You could do your bind off as normal, going through there, slip stitch, just like that. And that would bind it off. This is a great, I like it for a scarf. I think it's great for a blanket. Maybe if you're trying to make a top, if you're using, making a front and a back and then rectangles for your sleeves, it would make a great Tunisian sweater or shirt or whatever you wanted to do. This is going to be probably pretty warm because it is a pretty thick fabric. You can see after you get started, it really doesn't do a lot of curling. So that's one thing that's good about this stitch. But yeah, that is the star stitch, one of the star stitches. Next week, I will bring you another star stitch. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed that. See you next week. Bye.